Audio. Well, now hopefully somebody will come in and tell me they can hear me because it says that my thing says I can be heard. Uh, there's no real way it shows to turn the volume up and down on the microphone. Audio? Maybe there. Uh, nope. Well, somebody said they can hear me. That's good. I'm still recovering from the house. I got to turn this monitor off. Okay, let's see here. Audio. Yeah, it shows I'm still putting out here, but I don't need this because there's a delay in listening to myself, and I only got 2 brain cells left working, and one of them says not to listen to what's going in and out when there's a delay. How about the news, folks? You know what? While I'm here, I'm going to try to see if I can get this background thing here. Now, I'll probably destroy the stream doing this, but let's see here. Virtual background. Let's see. Turn it on. Replace it. Well, that worked. It replaced it with black. Let's see what I can replace it with. How about a rodeo picture? There, I stand over this that little girl riding a horse, trick horse pony. That's not really good. I need something a little further away. Maybe this one. Nah, that one didn't work out so good either. I need a custom background. And put a little girl behind me. She's looking over my eyeball. Something tells me that just doesn't do good for a chat background. Okay, let's just go see what they have in here for yeah. Nah, I'm not a city person, so country. Where's country? No, I'm not a school teacher either. About a library. There we go. There. Now I look intelligent because if anybody watched those news shows, they always got somebody with some books back behind them. So we all look more like we know what we're talking about. It looks like I may have read something. There. So anyway, I guess it's showing that my audio is working. Yeah, for all that don't follow me, I had a house fire several years ago, and to this day, I'm still replacing little knickknacks. The microphone here may have survived the fire, but all the cords and the stands and everything else didn't survive. So it's like, oh, well, I had to replace all that. All right. Anybody else, any of those prepper types out there? I've got a new thing. I am experimenting with now that the prices have come down where it's actually doable. Well, it's not new. The network attached storage devices have been around for a long time, but the sizes of them now, where you could get like four 4 terabyte, which would give you, if you run it in a RAID array, give you like 12 terabytes of storage, which is enough that you could assign your children a job of going on the internet and finding every how-to video, like how to do a wiring, how to do a compressor, how to plant seeds, how to grow corn. You could get every how-to video on the internet and stick it on your network attached storage and shield the storage device from an EMP. So now this is only for people that have money, people that have a bunker. I mean, my network attached storage, I don't have a EMP proof bunker. I don't have any of that. But if you've spent enough money where you've given Atlas Survival Shelters $100,000 to dig a hole and put an underground bunker in, surely you've got enough money to get a network attached storage and run a fiber optic cable down there, because EMPs can't travel through fiber. Run a fiber down into your little bunker thing there, and you could have a library of everything, every how-to video there ever was, for under $1,000. But now you can have something really nice. You know what? Another good thing these network attached storages are good for is if you have a family and you want to keep the kids away from the child porn, pedophilia, and all like that online. You can actually download the videos, tons of them, for your children to watch that is safe. Get stuff from back in the 40s and download it all onto your NAS. Shut the children's internet access off. Just let them hook up to the network attached storage. That's the only place. And there would be a library of children friendly content. You could have just tons of literature. I mean, this NAS I got here is when you put all the drives, it's got 8 terabyte drives in it. It's with one as redundancy, 21 terabytes. Now I'm doing an experiment. Yeah, well, you need to get rid of shit talk. Shit talk is Satan reincarnated. Well, I can't say that because not everything on TikTok is bad. It's just like not everything on YouTube is bad. But the true information, how long ago was it that we got kicked off and banned for even mentioning something about the China virus? It's like, oh my God, that's racist. And now they're saying, oh, big news, big news. It may have came from the Wuhan Institute of Virology in Wuhan, China. Woo! Oh, like nobody knew about that one. Really? You know what? If I'm going to have a library behind me, do you think I should put on a tie, a shirt and tie? That would make me look more intelligent too. I got the library thing going on here behind me, so I should have a suit and tie. That way, I look like one of the eggheads on the talking head shows. I mean, this old dirty T-shirt just isn't cutting the cake. But at least I know now this microphone is working. I finally got a cable for it, and I got a little standy thing. I think I can get it down here. Well, it's cut it out. The thing cuts out on it, so it doesn't even show the microphone. Hey, look. That reminds me of a salt shaker joke. How did that go? If you pretend you're shaking salt on your tongue, you'll be able to taste it. And you go like this. You go, ah. Very tacky joke. But my microphone has disappeared, which is, I guess, is okay. I wonder what else this thing will do. I'm not going to worry about it right now. What do I weigh? Hell, I don't know. I haven't weighed in a while. Probably around 300. Better than the 500 I was. I mean, anybody planning on getting the gastric sleeve surgery, go ahead and go for the bypass. Because if you're that heavy, the bypass is going to be, I wanted to do the minimal I could. And basically the sleeve is half of the bypass. Almost, it's part of the bypass, except, dairy products won't make me sick and stuff like that. But now that I've had it, I wish I would have went ahead for the whole thing. And who knows? What's this sign that popped up on my screen here? New managing moderators can support your channel in even more ways. Yeah, okay, whatever. Close. Hey, Saints. Yeah, the bookshelf makes me look intelligent, huh? Well, I got to put on a tie, shirt and tie too. So, anyhow, we got all kinds of crap going on. Our senile guy up there in Washington, he makes me feel really good. I love watching Joe because when I watch old Joe Biden, he makes me feel so intelligent and he makes me feel so young. It's like I thought I had a speech problem, and I can't hold a candle to that guy. That it's like anybody that would listen to that senile old man would definitely listen to me. So he makes me feel very intelligent. When we have a president that well, y'all can go watch it for yourself. I find it quite enjoyable to watch him mess up, because then I say, well, heck, check that out. My cup disappears. Don't be mean. I'm not being mean. That's just hilarious to watch Creepy Joe, our pedophile in chief up there. I mean, there are a few excerpts that I have read out of his daughter's diary. Now, you'd think Daddy, maybe showering with the girl, in the tub because she was an infant in diapers. No, she was out of diapers. She was like 4 or 5 years old, and Papa's in the shower with her, taking a shower with his little daughter. Okay, there's when the diapers go away, it's time to run the children of opposite sex out of the bathroom. Now, call me weird, call me a bigot, but I'm a proud bigot. Just like I'm learning that Tennessee. Anybody want to watch me do a felony here on live chat? Where's my here? I don't know, the camera may cut it out. Look, but well, anybody know what that is? That's a firearm. Ooh, look, the mental defective has a firearm. Now y'all run, go call the sheriff out. There's a guy that's not supposed to have firearms with firearms. Now I've got a thing right here from well, here I got to turn this stupid thing off. Hang on, let me turn off this virtual background because it's messing up where I can't show nothing. Uh, maybe chroma key. Let's see here. That work? That work? All right, that ain't working. Anyway, what I have here is a letter from the senator. Thank you for taking your time to contact us. But being is that you are poor and you cannot afford an attorney with unlimited funding to fight the state of Tennessee, the state of Tennessee does not have to honor the laws that we pass here. The state of Tennessee can do whatever they want because you don't have the money to sue them in court. Thank you very much. That's not what it says. It's in fact what it says. It's in fact says, you ain't got enough money, so go screw yourself. Actually, I could probably do a screen share to show y'all the actual paperwork that says that I'm not crazy. The doctor said, "Well, he's fine." I went to a mental evaluation one time, and ever since that day, the state of Tennessee has me in their computer system as a mental defective. Now, the reason the state says that is because uh, some of the state certified mental health people says, "Well, he believes in that invisible man in the sky. Undoubtedly, he's crazy." So, technically, in the state of Tennessee, if you go to church and you think there's an invisible man in the sky that had a son that came down here and died for all of us, then you are a mental defective too, and you do not have the right to own a firearm because you too are mentally defective. Now, granted, I am, I don't know how you would describe it, the Howard Stern of firearms people, where when I speak of the Second Amendment, I say very evil things like it was written. It says, uh, you know what? I got to screen share the Second Amendment up here. Let's see. I may have to start a different browser window and see if I can put shoot. Yeah, I don't know if it'll let me make it big enough, but we're going to try to do a screen share. Add a new layer. There it is. Now I want my window. Desktop. App window. U.S. Constitution. Now let's see if I can make this bigger. A well-regulated militia, comma, there's a comma in there, being necessary to the security of a free state, comma. Notice it does not say a free United States. It says a free state. Each individual state is going to have several militias. In the olden days, it was the church. Every church was the militia. A town had a militia. It's what the sheriff used to gather up the posse. Sheriff would have one or two deputies, and if some bad guys come in, they'd run grab the militia, which was the posse, and they'd go after the bad guys. So, being necessary to the security of a free state, comma. We're starting a new thought. That's what a comma means. The right of the people to keep and bear arms, comma, shall not be infringed. I don't see what the confusion is on that. Technically, now this has happened in Tennessee. Hallmark made a video about it. Let's see if I can find it. HTV. We can find it. The Battle of Athens. Oops. This is a true story. I would recommend anybody going to watch it. You can probably get it for free. It's called An American Story, Battle of Athens after World War II. A sheriff in Athens, Tennessee, not far from where I'm at now, got too big for his britches and tried to pull a Joe Biden back in those days. And all the veterans got their weapons and took the ballot boxes back. Now, because I say stuff like, it's coming to that again, I speak dangerous thoughts. It ain't too dangerous for YouTube because I may be too old, but I will definitely supply the beans and Band-Aids to any state militia that wants to fight the Tennessee government. All the government has to do is next time we have a toilet paper flu or something like that, come and try to shut down the churches again. That's my line in the sand. You ain't got no business. You shall make no laws governing an establishment of religion. It doesn't say there's going to be a separation from church and state. It says you shall make no laws. That's kind of like shall not be infringed, but the government wants to regulate the churches too. So, your First Amendment, we had the FBI trying to tell people what Twitter could do. Do I have a book list? A book list of what? Message retracted. Man, I got so many books. You know what? Since the day when I was driving a truck, I am a audiobook addict. I listen to audiobooks mostly. Technical manuals I'll read online. If there's something happening with technology or something like that, and I want to find out how it works, I'll read that online. But nowadays, it's all audiobooks. And that really took off when I started having to wear these things. It's like even the Bible comes in on audio. How much are puppies? Puppies are priced according to supply and demand. They can go anywhere from $1,000 all the way up to $2,700. Listening to amateur radio audiobooks, not really. Well, you can, but when you're studying for amateur radio exams, you need to have the audio to go along with the paper book because it's more like a study thing. And you can get now it's kind of like the exam I'm studying for now. I pretty much finished studying it. It's for the drone pilot license, which I'm putting it off because it's a 2-year license and I don't really have the equipment necessary to operate a business reliably yet. It's kind of like trying to run a wedding photographer thing with a cell phone with the equipment I got now. Generally, people that are going to pay you to come out and do building inspections want a little bit better stuff than what I've got. Plus, you got to have at least 2 of them because if you're on a job and one of them crashes and something goes down, you have to have a backup. Just like being a wedding photographer, you don't go to a wedding with just one camera. You've got to have more than one. You got to have a backup because somebody's paying you to do a job. And, that's why I'm kind of putting off going to get the license because if I'm going to go through all that trouble to get a license to do drone footage and stuff, uh, I need just a little bit more stuff. Not to mention a computer that's reliable. This one here has been far from reliable. I don't have any children, so I don't have to worry about that, said Jacob. Let's put it this way. If you spend it properly on shit hitting the fan, it would be retirement. Let me give you an example. Let's say I'm 60 years old and I've got money for retirement. Now, I'm going to get a piece of paper and write down stuff that I use every day. Laundry detergent. I'm going to say, how much laundry detergent do I use in a month? I'm using it as an example. This is an example now, folks. How much laundry detergent do I use in a month? Let's say a gallon. Well, that's 12 gallons per year. Now, I think I'm going to live to be 90 years old. So if I use 12 gallons a year for 20 years, I need about 240 gallons of laundry detergent. Now, if I buy that now, that beats inflation. You get it in a tote, so it's cheaper. You get, a 240 gallon is a tote full of laundry detergent. Now, I'm not saying you use a gallon a month, but let's just say it's math. Let's say you bought that now. Okay, you bought a tote full of laundry detergent. You're not losing any money. You do have detergent for in case something goes wrong. And if you die, the children have a few years of laundry detergent left. You're not spending it, you're not wasting it on shit hitting the fan. Now, if you want to put beans and rice back, you're not going to be able to spend that much money. And But you can buy things for retirement. Look how old you are, then see what you use and buy enough of it to last you 10 years. You're saving money that way because when you retire and you're living on a fixed income, well, I don't have to buy any more paper plates. I don't have to buy any laundry detergent. I don't have to buy any soap. Don't have to buy any toothpaste. Don't have to buy any razor blades because I've already bought all that stuff if you got a place to store it. So, what are you spending your money on when you say spend all your money on shit hit the fan? Show around farm. I don't have a farm anymore. So, Sajika, whatever your name is, I guess that answers your question on should you save money for retirement and children or spend it all on shit hitting the fan. If you're buying the right stuff, you're not wasting it on prepper stuff. Now, if you just buying guns and ammo, yeah, well, that could be, but then again, depending on what firearms you buy, some of them go up in value. All depends on what you're buying. So if you're saving for retirement, you buy a tote full of laundry detergent, you're saving money in the long run. Nope, don't have a horse anymore. Had another fire. Lost 16 dogs. Nope, Cleo is gone. Kind of wish I would have kept her now. I got rid of her just before the Fauci virus, and I thought I was going to be going to dog shows and I wouldn't have time for her. Well, the very first set of dog shows I had signed up for, they shut everything down, and I lost like $500-600 in entry fees because they didn't refund them all. So anyway, there's my dangerous stuff. I talk about having to shoot the sheriff. Here's another thing, Tennessee, you think you're free here? Look at what the requirements are to run for sheriff. It doesn't matter if every person in this county wanted me to be sheriff and they wrote in on the ballot, wrote my name down, the state would not allow me to be sheriff because I have not had 2 or 3 years of legal college, or you got to be a law enforcement officer for like 3 or 4 years. It doesn't matter what the people want. And here's the thing: if you're in law enforcement, you're not going to run against your boss. That's why in most counties in Tennessee, there is nobody running against the sheriffs anymore because it's almost like there is no election anymore. Tullahoma. Solar has to run quite a bit here in Tennessee. Otherwise, everything has to be very efficient because we do have cloudy weather here. So, yeah, solar can be done. It just have to put more of it up there and make sure any ACs you got are very efficient. Now, I don't know. Florida has more sunshine. I have an idea for a type of geothermal that I would love to try out. I guess you've seen that drain pipe you bury for your gutters, that corrugated plastic drain pipe. I'd like to bury about 100 foot of that under the ground and have an intake. You could only do it if you was on a hillside, and have that suck the air up into the house just to see how cool the air would be after running through 100 foot of that pipe. You know, that should cool the air down at least 10, 20 degrees. Yeah, mini splits. Actually, a mini split's what I'm putting in the doghouse that I'm rebuilding out here. Trying to make everything as efficient as possible. I think I'm going to put a mini split in this trailer I'm living in here because the sear on those things are so good. I might put just a mini split in the bedroom because that's the only real place it needs to be cool. I mean, technically, I could keep it like 50 degrees in the bedroom and just set a fan up in there. And Saints, it ain't been that bad down there. You're still in Alabama. I know a little girl that's down there in Huntsville right now. It's not terrible far from where you're at. Let's see, how do I turn this thing off? There. Well, Saints, also, if you have enough solar, it will generate on a cloudy day. If like this DJ, if he had 12 kilowatts of solar, even on a cloudy day, you're going to get a couple of kilowatts. Well, now that I've had chance to study it, the state has basically they've never given my guns back. They never took them, but they never gave them back either. So technically, I am breaking the law. Yeah, look at me, break the law. 10 years, and I am still illegal for me to own this. Illegal. Even though no doctors ever adjudicated me. Never been adjudicated. They won't take it off the computer system because I am a hateful bigot. Well, the only way I can get due process is if they arrest me. If they arrest me, that brings it into criminal court. See, in Tennessee, they got this thing. If they don't like what you do, they use civil action. It's the same thing as civil asset forfeiture. They can use the civil process to take your rights away. With Erie Insurance, it went through a jury trial and everything before they finally had to give me. Even after the jury trial, they still waited 3 months before they paid, and then of course the attorneys got a third of that. No, I didn't get any pew pew stuff back. No, no, I'm a criminal. I am a. I am. Look here, pew pew. This is illegal. I am a criminal in Tennessee now. Never got anything back. But then again, they've never illegally taken it either. They've used the civil asset stuff. It's a civil thing. They won't give me criminal because they can't do it. But according to the law, if I'm a mental defective, it's against the law for me to have this. So go figure. Oh, yes, it's criminal, especially when I fill out the federal form. It says, have you ever been committed or adjudicated mental defective? And I check no on there. The ATF, I'm 60 years old. I'm going to be dead soon anyway. I would like to have this cleared off my name before I die. So the only way to do it is to get charged. Live stream a shootout. There wouldn't be no shootout. You do know I live in a mobile home, right? Bullets go right through mobile homes. There wouldn't be no shootout to it. Anybody thinks they're going to sit in their little house and have a shootout with anybody is nuts. Unless you have built your house specifically for it. Most modern houses are just turned into Swiss cheese. But if you watch the news every now and then, you'll see somebody holed up in their house that thinks they're going to have a shootout. They hide behind that window thinking, well, that drywall and that aluminum siding is going to stop a bullet. There's Hoss. It is. Hoss has now joined us with fiber optic internet. Hoss, that's what gets me. I'm in the middle of nowhere, can't hardly get a cell phone signal, but I got a notice about a month or so ago saying that I can get 10, not 1 gigabit internet. I can get 10 gigabit internet. I mean, that means I would have to redo all my switches and wiring and all like that, because I think most of my wiring's only Cat 5, so it's all set up for 1 gigabit. So if I was to put a 10 gigabit internet in here, I would have to put in new switches and new routers and all like that. Somebody wants to ask an amateur question. Well, I'm an amateur, so I'm not a professional anything. Of course, most of my amateur radio stuff is all still in a pile back there. I've never got the funding to redo all of that. Hoss, I've always been doing YouTube. It's just that getting equipment together that works has been a costly affair. For HF rig in the $1,000 range, I'd just get a Yaesu, 100-watt Yaesu for $1,000. But that's just the radio. That's not all the crap that goes with the radio. You're going to need antennas. You're going to need tuners. So just because you got a HF rig for $1,000, don't forget all the other junk that goes with it. Yeah, Yaesu, ICOM, I think they all have pretty decent ones for about $1,000. Just the radio now, not all the stuff that goes with it. Uh Haas, mostly I'm if I start uploading videos, it's on Rumble. The only reason I'm here is because it does a live chat, and I'm testing because I finally got a wire to hook the microphone back up. If y'all noticed, you haven't seen this microphone in probably 5 years because it didn't have all the stuff to hook it up to the computer. No. So that's what this video is basically about. Is I got a wire to hook up this microphone, and apparently from the chat, it seems to be working well. So now, instead of sitting around here with this Chinese Mao Pao or Pao Impao or whatever it is on, I can have a Made in America microphone by How. Anyway, now that I got the thing off, well, if I'm going to do live, I might as well, let's see here, add a new layer. I'm going to take my layer and shrink it. I'll make this layer bigger first. Let me add desktop, app window. Let's see if I can take this up here. And I'll take me and make me smaller. Whoop, nope, that's not me. Whoop. And that way we can actually look at all the crap going on in the world. I wonder what happens if we type in latest crap. LATES. What will Google give me? New truck is crap. Trump outraged over Biden. Oh, we knew Trump would have to be in there. The crap show. There is a show called The Crap Show, talking crap. Well, that gives you an answer what the Google AI has to say about it. Oh, there's a contradiction. House Ethics Committee. Those folks ain't got no ethics. Inquiry into George Santos. Like he did anything else the rest of them haven't done. 16% of California no longer in drought. Imagine what a little rain would do. I guess after that snow dries, melts out this summer, what's the name of that river? It's probably going to fill up too again. The Colorado, where the Hoover Dam is. No, I don't want ads on Fox. How do I get rid of this? I'm going to have to get me a pop up blocker, put on Chrome here. Oh, I do have an ad blocker. I don't care. Well, I don't want to see it. Extensions. Do I see extensions? Yuri, I don't see an ad blocker. So I don't know what they're talking about here on Fox. So Fox doesn't want me to see their news page. So we'll go somewhere else. Ah, here we go. Let's go to the Communist News Network, see what they got to say. Nobody cares. Yep, looks like nothing major happening today. At least not on CNN. $54 million Americans are going hungry. That's what the headline is here. Doesn't that feller look like he's going hungry? Look at that. He looks like he's starving. Yeah, I see all that starvation there. Look at them fat asses. I don't see no pictures of any starving folks. Oh, look who wrote the story here. Yeah, she looks hungry. Yep, that's the author of the story about hungry people. What? The author about the hungry people is always a fat ass. What's my thoughts on what? Their national match? I see you asked, Dave, what's your thoughts on this, please? Thoughts on what? There's no one shit hit the fan dog. One dog is like nothing. Dogs are meant to be in packs. Link below your comment. I don't see any link below the comment. Let me look and see if there's some way I can see. Go to channel. There is no link below your comment. I don't think it allows links to show up. You'll have to type it out what it is, just what it's about. I guess y'all heard my thing where I've been messing with the artificial intelligence already. I don't know if I can get the audio to come through, but I'll see if I can get it to come up here. Let's see. I had artificial intelligence make me an advertisement. Whoops. Let me see if I can make the audio come in off of that thing right there. Uh, mm, audio, audio, audio inputs. Add audio device. System sound. Let's see if this works now. Now all of that was done with artificial and FTX 12. Uh, hang on. I think that's what I got sitting right here. Let me look. No, I got an FTX 3000. Hoss is trying to send me a text, and I don't have I don't have my cell phone with me. Anyway, yeah, that video I did with the dog, that was all artificial intelligence. Everything from the word, uh, the uh, the words of it, the audio, the movement of the dog's lips. Here's one that you might enjoy even better. Let's see here. Uh, Message to long haul truck drivers. This was done by AI. See if y'all can recognize the voice on this one. All right. My thing shows the sound going through, but apparently y'all can't hear it, so I'll quit playing it. If y'all can't hear it, am I on insulin? No, I'm not on insulin. It says system sound. It showed the sound going through. I don't know why y'all couldn't hear it. But anyway, uh, that was Donald Trump's voice. I don't know if it lets me put a link in here or not. Can y'all see a link that I just put in? Apparently, I can put a link, but you can't put a link. But anyway, I put Donald Trump's voice on that dog's moving its lip. And Donald Trump never said those things. Now, I've got another one where I actually took a video of Donald Trump and changed his voice to say something else. And it's actually a picture of him, and it makes his lips move to what this dog is saying. I don't know if I've got that saved on here or not. Let me go back. No, I didn't put that one on YouTube. I thought it might have been going a little too far. Post my Rumble. Rumble. Mm, let's see. Share. Copy. Uh, Paste. Control D. But that little video of the dog climbing over the fence there, that's what I have to put up with. The dogs trying to kill themselves. Dark Lewis, no, you're not silenced. Why? You're talking about Star Trek and Picard. Yeah, I've watched Star Trek and Picard. What do you call that Star Trek show where they have the drive that goes through Spore Drive? The Spore Drive. They're getting a little bit stupid on the political front because if you remember, Stacey Abrams was president of the world. You think they could find somebody that wasn't that morbidly obese? Because in the year 33,300 or 3,200, they still haven't cured fat assness. It's still the whole world has elected Stacey Abrams as a morbidly obese president of the world. Yeah, Picard has gotten they're trying to go a little bit too woke because first off, I would love for Spock, Mr. Logic, to take on homosexuality. Where is the logic? There is no logic in that. I would love to see the logic in that. How do you perform the logic in this one? The whole point of sex is procreation. Having two males or two females attempting to have sex is totally illogical. Oh, wait a minute. He's done the left. I was going to say, I just noticed he's $850 for the radio with no mic or nothing. Well, they can't rationalize it because there is no rationalization. I mean, even in Next Generation, they tried to rationalize God. That would have been Q. Look at all the things Q could do. He could move through time. He was an entity that could just snap his fingers and do all this wonderful stuff. So they were trying to rationalize God as well. That could be a being known as God, Q. But I loved Elon Musk when he came out. How could we tell we're not living in a simulation? Well, the Bible kind of suggests we are living in a simulation. Guess who programmed the game? Oops. Why doesn't that thing work? Hmm. Well, I am the Alpha and the Omega. That would be time travel. Now, we can't do time travel because we are what's called a corporeal being. But if you think of Q from Star Trek, he was a being of energy. And energy could travel through time because it had no mass. Michael Heiser. Uh, Not sure if I listened to any of his stuff or not. Let's see here. How old was he? Doesn't look like he's got a lot of gray hair. Not in that picture. Oh, he got cancer. See, unseen realm. Sounds interesting. Well, let's see his foreword here, the unseen realm. I mean, most people, when they read the Bible, they can't, you have to bring yourself back to a time when there was no electricity. They didn't know what the word vacuum was. So, in parts of the Bible, when they talk about the waters above and the waters below, that's not literal. It's because they had no word for the word space and there was a vacuum. What was a vacuum? A place you couldn't breathe. Oh, like the waters. It's kind of like if you went back in time to a sheep herder and tried to explain to him what a fighter jet was, and that guy had never seen one, and you didn't have no examples, you didn't have no photographs to show him, you had to use his language from way back when to explain to him what is a fighter jet. Explain that to somebody that's never heard of one, never seen a plane. They don't know what you're talking about. Yep. You're having to go to bed. It's awful early. Oh, I'm going to bring y'all into the chat. The reason I named it the end of the world is you know it. Every day, every minute that passes by is the end of the world as you knew it because that minute will never come back again. So the world has changed minute to minute and it has ended. And by the time you hear this, it is in the past. So every day is Tia Walkie. Now, our government is going out of their way to try to make things really bad, Tia Walkie. You know, here we are, we got CNN just did a story on 54 million Americans are starving, but we're going to send 200 billion more dollars to the Ukraine. Right. Let's see here. See what my weather says here. Well, that's my weather here out in the got a little weather station out in the back pen there in the field. It is 54 degrees. No rain in the last hour. Had half an inch this day within the past 24 hours, 1 inch in the week. Uh, Looks like expecting rain tomorrow. Good Saturday and Sunday. That's good. Saturday and Sunday, I can dig the trench to put electricity into the new doghouse. Looks like high wind warning tomorrow. What do they call high wind? Wind 15 to 20 miles per hour, becoming 25 to 30 mile per hour. Gust as high as 55 mile per hour. Now, 55 mile an hour, that's getting on up there. That might that might blow some trash around in the yard. Let's see if I still got rows here. Well, if it still got it, there used to be a map where you could look up all the disasters going around the country. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Event date. Airplane accident. 7 people injured as Lufthansa plane hit severe turbulence over the U.S. So a German airliner got some people got hurt over Murfreesboro, Tennessee. At least that's where it was reported at. That must have been that storm that came through the other night or last night. The uh, airplane, people in the airplane got jostled around a bit. They ignored the fasten seatbelt sign. Yeah, I lost nearly all my stuff in the first fire, and I lost part of it in the second fire. Tammy, I lost nearly all my good stuff. My highest dollar stuff got gone. And then I had an insurance company that didn't want to pay for what I did have insurance on. And then the last fire I had, I lost 16 dogs in it. Let's see what looks like over in here. Got all kinds of little emergencies. I got a hailstorm out in Texas, tornado up here in Oklahoma, uh, more hail, another hail storm. Uh, are we still having snow out here in California? Persistent snowfall. That's on the 28th. Last update was the 2nd. Oh, they're still having snow. Cool. No, maybe I ought to check the. I bet you if there's all that much snow going on out there, the the drought is definitely over. Well, I'm not seeing much radar echoes going on out west right now, so oh, there's a picture of a chicken over here. Wonder what's going on. Epidemic animal. Bhutan reports African swine fever in domestic pigs. Well, there goes pork prices. Oh, volcanoes in the Aleutians. Don't see where Putin's launching his nukes on us yet. I don't know. Right now, it looks like the AI is going to take over. Like I say, I've been practicing with it and seeing how good it is, and it's pretty doggone good right now. If it follows Moore's law and doubles its capability in 18 months, that AI is going to start becoming a problem within 3 years. 3 years from now, uh, that AI is going to be a real problem. But the way Revelations describes some of the events in the Bible, it could be that thing that all the world leaders vote to give their power over to it because it's performing great miracles could be the AI. Could the AI be the Antichrist? Not saying it is, not saying it isn't. But it's a definite possibility. And I've been messing with that chat GBT or GPT, and you seen what it did, cartoons it made for the dogs. It wrote children's stories in just a matter of seconds. It made President Trump's voice say all kinds of stuff in just a matter of seconds. So if it gets twice as good in 18 months and the next 18 months, it doubles its capacity after that. Yeah, 3.5 years. There's going to be a lot of people out of jobs, high paying jobs like attorneys and writers and programmers, people writing code. You can go on Chat GPT right now and tell it to write you a code in C++ or some computer language. Tell you want a program to uh, calculate birthdays, and just within a second, it'll generate a computer code to calculate birthdays from input dates. So you could say, I want a computer code to have an animated dog jump over a fence, and here comes the code. Anyway, folks, it's been a good test. The microphone works. The next time I try to do a chat, I'll know it works. Now, if I can get this to work on Rumble, this would be good, because there's no doubt that YouTube's probably somebody will watch this in the future and say, "Oh, he showed a gun. He showed a gun on his chat." And we can't allow that. Strike. So y'all have a good one. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to turn this stupid thing off now.